Hey everybody, welcome to
Sockeytome.
What happens when the merc with the mouth meets a clawed-having, cigar-chomping mutant? Chaos, comedy, and an epic showdown. That's what. Welcome to today's episode, where we dissect the ultimate face-off, Deadpool versus Wolverine, and the movie's success so far. Hey everybody, it's Dedo. We're back. I'm back here with Kat.
Hey.
A.K.A. T-Bot. We just went over the weekend to see Deadpool versus Wolverine. Yeah, the mascot's all over you right now. It's all right. Maz, you got to sit and relax, girl. You got to sit and relax.
Okay, sweet.
Good girl.
All right.
All right, get into it.
Yes, we did. Loved it. Was looking forward to it forever.
This might be the only part we agree on.
Yeah.
But I love it too. I just love Deadpool. I love Ryan Reynolds.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
I do. Oof. And it's about time that those two
got together.
Because, and we'll get into it in a few minutes, but there's a whole joke behind it. It's hilarious. And when we get into it, you're going to understand.
Oh, yeah.
They were great movies.
They were.
They cleared $438 million globally this weekend, opening weekend.
That is insane.
Highest rated R-rated movie ever globally.
Wow.
Highest earning.
Okay.
So, it was funny.
It was, I laughed and I loved it. And Ryan Reynolds has this way about him that he could just, his humor is unprecedented. I'm telling you, he has a way about him that's just, everyone loves him.
The fourth wall, which we'll get into in a little bit too, is what he does the best.
Yeah.
He is legit the best at breaking down that fourth wall. He's got a funny sense of humor where he just turns and he says things that are real and honest and funny. It's great.
Yeah.
And he's done it in almost every movie.
He has.
It's like one of his trademarks.
Yeah, I think it is.
But we're not here to talk about Ryan Reynolds.
No, we're not.
We're here to talk about Deadpool versus Wolverine and the way they did it and its success.
Okay.
How successful it's been so far. And at this point, it's made $233 million internationally.
Wow.
205 domestically. Highest R-rated movie of all time. And they expected it to make about 160 to 180.
Whew.
It blew those doors in.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's going to happen, too. It's going to happen.
438 million.
They've been hyping this movie up for months.
It could be the first R-rated movie to hit the $1 billion mark. Fact check. Dedo's stupid. In 2019, The Joker, the movie, hit 1.7 billion. 1.07.
And Disney has it. Disney never does R-rated movies.
Well, I was going to say that for a little later also, but Disney never has R-rated movies.
Right.
This is its first R-rated movie that it has released.
Right.
Ever. But they bought it from 20th Century Fox, which is why you always saw the 20th Century Fox signs in the dirt without spoiling anything.
Don't
for those
spoil
people
anything.
who haven't seen it. There's so much humor in it.
Yeah, there is.
There's quick jabs at everything all over the place. In every Deadpool movie.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Every single one. And so this is Disney's first one. Disney is rebranding.
I agree.
They are rebranding.
Yep.
And they're using Deadpool and Marvel to do it.
Yep. Well, Marvel's is everywhere too. So that's a great thing to do.
Marvel is the first series that has gone on to hit the $30 billion mark.
Wow.
34 movies in 15 years. About 6 of which may have been Disney. And that's why they called it the slump.
Oh.
The post-COVID slump is what they call it for Marvel.
Yep.
It didn't do so well. That was Disney.
Ah.
Disney wanted to be G-rated.
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's spin some Cinderella into this thing.
Come on. Disney is Cinderella.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's princesses. It's Mickey Mouse. That's Disney. It's
well,
not
if you're Disney,
R-rated movies.
Create an offshoot company that you own and have that handle the R-rated side of it. Otherwise, what they're doing, though, is rebranding.
Yeah.
They realize they can't build on Harry Potter unless it becomes R-rated. And they took the best tool they knew was out there to go R-rated.
Right, true.
And did it.
Right.
Because if you look at the statistics on this movie, there's 4 quadrants, they call it.
Okay.
It all starts at 25. It's men, women, over, under 25.
Okay.
So people under 25, male and female, are going to this movie. People over 25, male and female, are going to this movie. So R-rated is, 18 and over?
Yes.
There's kids in the movies.
There was kids in the movies.
And that movie was just littered with the word fuck. That'll break. Fuck, fucky, fuck.
It's sure.
Fuck, motherfuck, fuck this. Sexual innuendos all over the place. Blood, gore, and people love it.
Yes.
It's
sick people out there.
This is
humorous though.
This is a coming of ages.
This
is everybody trying to catch up with what is real in this world now. This is what people are looking for.
It's so sad.
You don't want to see Cinderella and be kept under this rock. Then you get Ryan Reynolds, who does it in a humorous way, and he's out there knocking down that fourth wall and talking to you as he's doing it.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome.
He's like, I remember that. He turned around and just talked to the audience. It's like hilarious. Like, you felt like you were right there in the movie with him.
Yeah. It's his best attribute to talk down the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Or knock down the fourth wall.
Yep.
His transformation into Deadpool is almost exactly like Wolverine's. Now, that's why they're so close in relation to each other as characters. And it all started because Wolverine is Weapon X.
Yes.
In X-Men.
Yep.
And he was given the adamantium
Yep.
on his bones.
Correct.
Wade Wilson is Weapon 11.
Yes.
He has all of Wolverine's powers.
Yes.
Plus the adamantium.
Plus, right.
Plus the mouth.
Plus.
Stryker finally learned how to shut you up. And that was where that's where the joke all started.
Yes.
In that. Because in the first Deadpool, you see him pick up the little figurine and say it's his favorite prized possession, and all of a sudden it turns to wham.
Yeah.
This is where Michael and Andy really earned their exclamation point. Because in X-Men Origins is where Wolverine killed Deadpool.
Yes.
They chopped off his head.
I remember that.
Him and Victor, who became Sabretooth in X-Men, only to fight against his brother.
Right.
He had to fight against him. And I'm not going to talk about the movie except for the success it had. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it that listens to this.
Right. I never was an X-Men's big fan, though. That was my least favorite one to watch. I don't know. I couldn't follow very well. I mean, I enjoyed him. But like when I started watching Marvels and then I got Deadpool and all that, I liked that series better. And of course, like I said, Deadpool and Wolverine is a hit. I mean, it's a hit.
Right. Wade Wilson, and his name was Jimmy, and I can't remember his last name in the movies, but they called him Logan.
Oh.
Because, long story short, shot in the head, lost his memory, became Logan.
Exactly.
Their life experiences were almost exactly like throughout the whole timeline of each of their comics.
Right.
So they each have, they end up with adamantium, except they don't show it in the Deadpool movies now.
No.
He just uses his swords.
Yes.
Which I believe are made of adamantium in the movies. It's not like he has that ability to retract claw or extract claws.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right.
They're almost exactly alike. They're basically the same superhero in two different ways.
Correct.
And Logan doesn't say anything.
Nope.
Wade Wilson can't shut up. Can you imagine those two in a movie like The Other Guys? With Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg?
Oh, gosh.
And they're just cops?
That would be hysterical. That would be hysterical.
That shit.
That would be hysterical.
Back into the movie's success at this part. It has the ability now. Deado facto. Deado can't keep on task all the time. Check it out. To clear $1 billion.
That's insane.
The first two did 782 and 785 million respectively.
Yeah.
Overall, which is probably more with DVD sales or anything like rentals and stuff like that.
Right.
But this will be the first R-rated trilogy. Fact check, Deado's an idiot. It'll put him over $2 billion to surpass the $1 billion mark.
That's
and put it on track alone to just jolt the whole Avenger Marvel Studio company back into the limelight.
Oh, agree.
Which, holy cow, funny thing, it came up on Comic-Con weekend.
Yes.
Right?
I did read that.
Came up on Comic-Con. What the hell just happened with Comic-Con? Deado spoiler alert!
I'm not a fan of that. There's some weirdos that go there. I don't know about that stuff. I mean, I'm all into comics and all that, but I don't know I'd spend a whole weekend doing it, honestly.
They said that there's going to be another Avengers movie.
Heard that too.
And a certain person will be taking on a new role.
Shh. Does anyone know that?
Well, we're going to tell them. It's all over the news anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's true, it is.
But Robert Downey Jr. is going to take on Victor Von Doom.
Yep.
Woo! Awful.
Oh, come on.
Awful. Bad move. Bad move. This is how, it's almost like you're doing so well with Deadpool and Wolverine right now. You want to shoot yourself in the foot?
Why would you? I don't understand why you're saying
Why do you watch the Avengers?
Because for Iron Man. And
you want to see Iron Man as Victor Von Doom?
It's a different timeline. That's
use a different character then.
He's already okay. Well, but
I still have a hard time with Josh Brolin as Thanos and then Cable.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
can't do it's. And I said that in the second Deadpool. Why Josh Brolin?
Oh.
He's Thanos.
Yeah, that's
he can't
true.
be Cable.
He can't be Cable. But he was. Well, no one knows it's the same person unless you read about it.
You can see Josh Brolin's face in Thanos.
Well, I'd have to really look at it again. I wasn't paying attention.
Next time you watch it, listen to the voice, see the face, and you will see Josh Brolin.
Okay. I'll have to really analyze the face next time I watch it.
And then they made him Cable and Deadpool, which at the time didn't overlap.
Yeah.
So I guess it's two different universes.
Okay.
But you're not going to look at Tony Stark playing Victor Von Doom against the Avengers, which he created. It doesn't make any sense. You got to get a different character.
Well, they're all into it. They all think he's going to be a great Doctor Doom, and it's all about a different timeline, and there's other people from Avengers going to be in it. So I'm thinking it may be good.
Now that Disney bought all the Marvel stuff, they have access to X-Men and the Fantastic Four.
Yep, they do.
Which they didn't have before.
Correct.
So now it's all on Disney.
Yep.
You can watch all of it.
Yep.
And so who's going to end up in that movie?
No, I'm already predicting.
Without saying too much about Deadpool,
right.
It was a shock to see some of these things.
Yep.
And I didn't know why until I came home and started reading the news.
Yeah.
I didn't even put it together.
Okay.
So think about that.
Yep. No, I know. I just thought I think it's going to be a different take on it. I know the Avengers are all goody-goody, and then you're putting him in that role. But I think it's going to be good. I really do. I really do. And then adding the other characters, I think they said something that the Fab Four was going to be in there, and then what's the other one we just talked about? Who was his sidekick?
Who's?
Captain America's sidekick.
I didn't know he had one.
No, his friend.
Oh, the Winter Soldier.
Thank you. He was mentioned too.
I mentioned it. I thought it was the same character, but I don't think it was. I think I missed that one.
Oh.
I said it to you while we were at the movie.
Oh.
I was like, isn't that the Winter Soldier?
Yes. No, it was a different character, yeah.
Yeah, it was, and I don't know who it was. It looks like that guy, though.
It does.
All right, back to the Wolverine Deadpool movie.
Mm-hmm.
What was your funniest moment of that movie? And be quick and concise, because I don't want to give away too much.
Oh, boy.
But that was part of my talk today.
There were so many parts. Hang on. Give me a... Well, oh my gosh. I'm on the spot right now. I can't pick out one. There was the part with the dog. That's hysterical. I thought it was absolutely hysterical. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. The whole duel thing.
I think people can pretty much figure that one out, seeing that picture's all over the place.
Right. But they don't know what it is, though. That's part of it, but they don't know the whole thing with the duel thing and all that. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I think the funniest part was Fabio.
That's what I'm saying.
No, Fabio. I don't want to say too much, but the Fabio Deadpool.
Oh, yes.
That was my favorite part. He was funny.
What I was...
The only one that doesn't do a certain thing.
Yes.
That's hilarious. That would be...
yeah. It was good.
And Deadpool is not a hero. He's not a superhero.
No.
He's anti-superhero.
He is. And there's a lot, and he comes back to, if anyone knows what we're talking about, that he had a twisted path, and he's just trying to figure it all out, and
does he belong in the superhero realm?
Oh, you know what? I can't give you a direct answer on that one.
He would be the superhero of the superhero realm.
Okay.
Because he's bringing it back to life. He's the anti-hero. He's the one that doesn't want to do it, but the one that we rely on, even like in real life, in the movies.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
All right. Okay. I can see where you're going with that. Yep.
Avengers was failing for a little bit.
Yep.
I wouldn't say fail.
No.
Take that back. But, downward a little bit. And all of a sudden, here comes the third installment of Deadpool. And poof.
Yeah. They
seem to be back on the right track and going in the right direction.
Correct.
Robert Downey Jr. will be the end of that.
Okay.
So that's where I'm going.
Oh,
but it's funny to put Deadpool and Wolverine together because they're so different, yet so the same.
Yes.
It's like a shadow of one another.
I know.
One's standing up, the other one's the shadow.
Right.
Whichever one it is.
Right. They really played it well together, though, honestly. It was a great movie. I want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it to give anything away if no one's seen it.
The other thing I was reading this online, and the other thing I was thinking about was how you go about creating a character and keeping it in line. Humans age. Hugh Jackman has aged since the first X-Men, right? Where he debuted as Wolverine.
We all get old.
There was a question on the internet about Hugh Jackman's evolution from clean-shaven to old Wolverine. You've looked at it. How you looked at it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, in the comics, they don't age.
No.
They can stay the same age the entire time.
Yeah,
I thought they did a halfway decent job with keeping it in line, even though Hugh Jackman is obviously getting older.
Right.
Not in a bad way.
No.
But he's not the same one he was years ago.
Right.
And it's the movies, not the comics.
Right.
So that's the difference. Yes. You got to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this started from the Wolverine origins, the X-Men origins Wolverine.
Yes.
And I've said that 1,000 times.
You have.
And it's gone from there. These were set in motion with those origins.
Yes.
These Deadpool movies were.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was already a thought.
Right.
Back then.
Right.
So how do they do that? How do they keep it all secret? The celebrities just lie to us.
We just talked. I just saw something about keeping secrets, and then they blew the last one. That someone leaked something, and it was a whole big
That was the origin movie.
That's what it was.
That was where
Someone
Ryan Reynolds
leaks.
and Hugh Jackman are eating all the wings.
Right.
Yes.
That's another good one.
And Ryan Reynolds just keeps plugging his hot sauce. That's hilarious.
I know. And he's dying.
He's dying. He looks like he's going to have diarrhea right there on the stage. Hugh Jackman, I thought he was going to fall off the stool.
His hands were shaking.
He touched his eyes with hot sauce on him. Stop it. Stop it.
Listen, I gave them kudos because they got through all 10 of those hot sauces. I would have been dead after 5.
Oh, absolutely.
After 1.
There's a certain thing from the movie that we're going to go into now. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to know anything, shut it off now.
Shut it off now.
Shut it off now. Because I'm going to say things that you're not going to want to know. Anyway, Lady Deadpool.
Lady Deadpool. I found who that is potentially.
Potentially. But I want to go back and watch it again just to hear her voice.
Oh,
was it really her that played it? Did she play it? I don't remember the actress's name.
It's not... Listen, it's not completely confirmed.
I know.
So,
but I want to go hear the voice to see if she's actually the one playing it.
Because I wasn't thinking about it back then.
And then the kid, I get it.
Yeah. Yep.
I get it.
Yep.
The Kitty Deadpool.
Yep. Are we giving any names away now? Or we're not going to give names away?
I said Lady Deadpool and Kitty Deadpool.
I know. We're going to give who they were.
Well, you think they are.
I think they are. So I think Lady Deadpool was lovely Blake Lively, and the little Kitty Deadpool was his daughter. That's what I think.
Oh, that's what you said to me.
Yes.
I thought you meant it was Deadpool's girlfriend and she was pregnant.
No.
Remember she gives him the stick? Well, that's where I went with it.
Oh.
I went that it was his kids.
No, his real kid and his real wife.
Oh.
Oh, I think I just stumped Ditto.
No, you didn't stump me. Because we're both right on this. Because she was pregnant. I took it that way. I took it was the dark-haired girl, Vanessa. She was pregnant.
Okay.
They had a girl. Oh. And those were the two of them. That's where I went with it.
That's where
I didn't know you were talking about Blake Lively and his actual daughter.
Yes.
That's who physically played the characters.
Played the characters physically.
That would make sense due to the Comic-Con or whatever the premiere. I mean, where she's dressed like
in that
Deadpool.
Suit. Yep.
Ha!
Yeah.
Go figure.
Again, hopefully. We didn't.
We just started another rumor. Here we come. Rumor stomping.
Rumor stomping.
And here we go with another one. Comics in general are just completely full of debauchery.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, the drawings of overshapely women.
Oh, God.
Men look like the Hulk, everything.
Women have a body to die for.
People being abused and treated on and, experiments conducted on them.
Right.
And everybody eats it up.
Yes.
Then it really happens. People are like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yes.
How is that? How's that okay? How's that okay?
I guess and mentally they think it's not real life.
We get our freaking jollies off these movies, and it happens. You can't do that. I understand. I understand it's the difference between real life and comics.
Well, maybe
don't get me wrong.
People don't.
Some people don't.
Some people don't.
So now what do? We judge them for not being able to judge reality and fiction?
I would. That's twisted.
Why are you reading it? Why are you watching this movie?
I don't know.
Because you think you can?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's messed up. I think it's a little screwy, if you ask me. I think there may be something wrong with that.
No, I know. That's a twisted place to be, actually. I mean, people don't get that two different reality and non-reality. You got some issues.
You got some real issues. If you think this stuff is really happening, you got some problems. And I edited myself there, unlike the movie.
When every word was F this, F that.
Yeah. Again, with the fuck. The cameos in the movie are also hilarious.
Yep.
There was a bunch of them. There's so many that I don't even know if I can recall them. Like even James McAvoy was in there for a hot sec.
Okay.
They just shot to him, took him out.
Yep.
It wasn't credited.
Nope.
He's like, I was surprised I didn't get a call though. I would have loved to go and been in that movie.
Yep. I didn't even know Jennifer Gardner was in it either.
Me either. With Wesley
Explore that one.
It's just You're ruining it
Sorry.
for everyone. Although
Sorry.
we did already tell them to not listen.
Exactly. We did say turn it
So
off. If
at
you
this point, it's your own fault.
It's
all right?
on you, people.
It's on you. We told you to turn it off. It's no longer on us.
That's right.
Point the thumbs at you, big boy. That being said, so let's just recap real quick before we're done here. The movie was great.
The movie was fantastic.
The trilogy is great. I watch it every time it's on.
Me too.
It cleared all kinds of money.
Yep.
Domestically, globally. It's becoming the fastest growing R-rated movie ever.
Yep.
Disney's first R-rated movie.
Yep.
Disney is headed for that change that they so desperately need because people are growing up now.
Well,
when they first advertised themselves, all of that family, unity, functionality, all that was in vogue.
Yeah.
And now it's not. Now people want to see blood and guts.
Well, no, that's not true.
And they're still like, hey, come to any Main Street America, anytown USA.
There are people that actually live in that kind of
I
world,
love Disney.
Though. Me too.
I do.
And I would go there again and again and again. So
I would too.
Think everyone's into
I
the
like
blood,
Universal
guts, and gore.
better.
I don't.
But I love Disney.
Yes.
And yet this is exactly what Disney needs. Disney needs an edgy part of it.
Well, it's where the times are.
Yes, that's
not
what I'm
to take
saying.
Away from,
that's exactly what I'm saying to you.
Not to take away from the whole Main Street happy.
Before this, they were stuck in the Cinderella, Snow White, Pinocchio shit, which is a joke about Pinocchio. And that fucker's just a little liar. That's hilarious.
It was.
And so, since the buying of the 20th Century Fox Studios, they have set in motion what I believe is their attempt to go ahead and become more edgy.
Right.
Have a different kind of persona. Rebrand.
Yes.
They're not going to lose their Disney. They're going to keep Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, all that stuff.
You can't do that.
You can't. It's cultural at this point.
That's what it is.
But they need a little bit of a change.
Right.
And the Marvel cinema is the way to go about it.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves superheroes.
Yeah.
They're not real. But it's your yin with your yang here.
Yeah.
So you got the Cinderellas and then you got the Iron Mans. Right?
Yep.
You put them together.
Yep.
It's perfect symmetry.
It is.
So this is what they need.
Yep.
I think anyway.
Yeah.
But good for them for making $30 billion. Would they buy? I wonder. I didn't even look it up. I wonder what they bought Fox for.
You know what?
In 2019.
Interesting.
Because that would be. I'd assume they made it all back right now.
Oh, yeah.
They made it all back right now.
And then some. And then some. Yeah.
But yeah, and then the last thing, Robert Downey Jr. should not play Dr. Doom. Absolutely not. Bad idea.
Okay.
It's going to ruin Iron Man.
No, Iron Man died. He's a different character now. Iron Man died, but I get where you're coming from, but we should revisit this.
You want to visit Batman? I know it's a different universe, different company, different everything. But do you want to visit Batman?
We can visit Batman.
Who's the best Batman?
Oh, you always said. I think it was. Oh my gosh.
This isn't really. It doesn't matter.
No, I know. I'm picturing a face. I'm drawing.
This is what's going to happen to Iron Man. Was Tony Stark better as Dr. Doom, or was he better as Iron Man? And then you've ruined the whole persona. This is a bad idea, and it's a shot in the foot. They're on a good streak. Hire the next best actor. It's like, why don't you just put Ryan Reynolds in Dr. Doom? That's what you're doing.
Oh, well, I can maybe not see that as a character, but Deadpool's still alive.
It doesn't matter about the comics.
So
I get it. It's the actor playing the character.
Okay.
Why don't you just put Ryan as Dr. Doom?
Yeah, I mean...
Because now you're going to be like, well, he's Deadpool.
Right.
I can't get into this.
I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
And it goes along the lines of the Batmans.
Okay.
Because who's the best Batman?
Yeah.
There's been about five
of them.
No, there was Michael Keaton. There was Val Kilmer. There was George Clooney. There was Christian Bale. And there was Robert Pattinson.
No.
And there was one more.
Jennifer Garner's ex. J-Lo's husband.
Ben Affleck.
Thank you.
I knew there was another one.
Pictured his face, and that's what I was trying to say.
There were 6.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do well for the character. Like, I know Michael Keaton is my favorite.
Okay.
But that was the first one.
That was the first one.
The second one is Christian Bale.
Okay.
And that's because the trilogy was so good.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan did a great job of that.
Yes.
So but I hated Val Kilmer in it, and I love Val Kilmer. Okay. He's one of my favorite actors of all time.
Pretty good, yep.
And I hated George Clooney in it.
No.
And George Clooney is not one of my favorite actors,
I
but
love George Clooney.
It was still the whole changing of the character.
Okay.
It's a different vibe. No. It's a different approach. And I get there's different comics. Mm-hmm. And there's different episodes of Batman. Mm-hmm. There's different lines of them. There's different universes.
Right.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put it in a movie, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Because now there's an actual face. No matter what, no matter what Batman was doing, he basically looked the same.
Yes.
And he said the same things, and he wasn't different.
Right.
Even though the stories were different, he really wasn't.
Yeah.
When you put a different actor into something, it changes everything.
It does change everything, right? So I would agree with that. So
that's why Wolverine was so good, because it's just been Hugh Jackman the entire time.
Correct. He didn't change.
He didn't change at all.
Right.
Ryan Reynolds the same with Deadpool.
Right.
It's not like they're trying to use Robert Pattinson to play Deadpool.
Yes.
If you're gonna, keep him completely masked the entire movie. Don't show his face.
Don't show his face. Right.
Or have somebody come in and be Batman in one scene, and then have your guys be Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
So have Val Kilmer be Bruce Wayne, and only in the Bruce Wayne shots.
Right.
Then it's this one guy that plays Batman the entire time.
Yeah. Right.
So it's always the same.
It's always the same. Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom was in Fantastic Four, was played by the guy from Nip Tuck. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head.
Oh, boy.
He was the bad doctor in Nip Tuck. Anyway, they should just get him to do it. Okay. They should hire him.
Well, that's the problem. These actors don't want to do it, so then they have to find somebody else who kind of fits the same character, and that's the problem. That's why we had 6 Batmans, because they didn't want to do it anymore. That's the problem.
They weren't good at it.
Well, whatever.
Val Kilmer and George Clooney couldn't keep up with Michael Keaton's Batman.
Okay.
That's why. Plus, the stories got off the wall, and I think a lot of it, honestly, had to do with Tim Burton leaving.
I agree with you on that.
Tim Burton's movies were far better than everyone else's.
Right.
Well, except for Christopher Nolan's.
Yeah.
That Batman trilogy is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just awesome. But other than that, that's how we go. And we are clearly out of time. Holy shitballs. So good thing I have a lot to edit out here. Anyway, we recapped everything. We talked about everything. Deadpool and Wolverine are killing it.
Go see it.
Go see it. Seriously, go see it. It's bloody. It's gory. It's funny. There's a lot of swears. Take your kids to it. Honest to God.
Take your kids to it.
I did.
Yep.
I did. My kid loved it. He's only 13. I took him to see it. Of course, I let him watch Austin Powers when he was 5. So I may not be the best barometer of morals here. All right. So anyway,
oh boy.
Hey, dude, raise your kids the way you want to raise them. They're yours.
Yep, that's it.
And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Just make them be productive in society. That's it. All right, everybody, we've reached the end. Thanks for listening. Hope we didn't gab your ear off too much. This is a good movie. Go see it, honest to God. And then check out the whole trilogy when you get a chance. All right, as always, be good.
Sockeytome.
Hey, everybody, it's Dedo. Thanks for checking out the show today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to us. We can hook up, interact. You can tell us what you like about the show. Talk about what you don't like about the show. Give us information and insight. We'd appreciate it. We only want to make the show better for you guys. Also, if you get a chance, head over to sumassembly.net. That's our sponsor, and you could really use some business. All right? As always, everybody, be good.
Sockeytome.